Okay, everybody, before Nick talks, let me, we're going to have a little bit different format tonight. This is Nick Masudo?
Masudo.
Yep.
Yeah, Masudo.
Masudo, ticket sales rep for the Bakersfield Condors. So first off, we're going to have Nick talk about the Condors a bit. I can introduce to you who the team members are before you go.
Sure.
And then after that, there's several people in here who are in the other category. And I've got Alyssa Herrler and Tomas Ponce de Leon here to talk about a couple different networking options in the community. They do a lot of work with tech companies and entrepreneurial companies here in the Bakersfield area. So your next step, if you're in the other category, after hearing a little bit from them, I'm going to give you their contact information, and I want you to contact them, maybe go to some of the events, pick a company within the next week or two that you want to focus on, okay? So that's what we're doing now, and then hopefully by the time they're done, Linda will be here. We can talk a little bit about Potty Boss, and then that's pretty much all I have planned for today. Anything else, I'm just answering questions, and otherwise we can get done a little bit early. So without further ado, Nick, thank you. There you go.
Yeah, no problem. All right, so as I said, I'm going to take her up a position officially as account manager, just so you guys know. So last year, he did a group night with his class here. It's a sales project. Sold about 170 tickets. Most of them were he was sold by himself, just going through the business schools here. So this year we're looking to do it again, but not so much just as a sales project, mainly as a sales project though. But we're going to get you guys involved with promotions and maybe even some advertising as well, so you guys get a little bit of a feel of just more than just being trained monkeys selling tickets here and there. So then what we're going to do is if we hit certain goals, we can add extra promotions on, or even kind of like fun things. He had this great idea that he'd like to wrestle a bear if we hit a certain goal.
Remember semi-pro? I totally want to do that.
Yes. So that's something that we can make happen if we hit a certain goal. We have no idea what that'll be at the moment, but we can do those kind of cool things.
Or if any of you want to do the wrestling instead of me, I just think it would be cool that someone reenact semi-pro on center ice.
Maybe we get some tag team. You, Jeremy, and one of the students have some tag team wrestling against the Bears.
Yeah, it'd be super fun.
Yeah, but the whole point is that we're pretty flexible. We can do a lot of fun things. You guys got ideas. I'm glad to work with you if you kind of figure out stuff. The whole point of adding in the extra promotion, so you guys get to do that, kind of make promotions for yourself, because we're setting up a group night for CSUB and all the 5 colleges around here. So that way we can, so you guys have a lot of control over what you want to do, what you think the other students will be interested in. Well, we'll get them to come out to the games. This way it's not just us telling you what to do. You have to be a lot more involved. And then he suggested that we do some advertising, so maybe some of the stuff that works with the school here, some of the local things that would be great for a CSUB night. You guys are the ones who are going to know that best since you go here. So we'd really like you to be more involved this year, and that'd be really great for us.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go through quick and just have people raise their hands. Allison. This is Allison Brito. She's one of the group members. Daniel? Corral? They're not here right now? Okay. Esperanza. Right here. Marcela. There you go. Valente, right in front of you here. Bryce, right there. Bryce is on our swim team. Have I anybody else besides Brett and Bryce, athletes here that I didn't realize? Okay, I wanted to make sure that I didn't forget anybody, just because they had pointed out to me in particular that fact. Grant Whitson here. And Brett. And then, actually, why are you not on here, Bryce? Oh, there. I skipped your name for some reason. After Valente, before Grant. And Bryce Timonera, right here.
Yeah, you did say it. Yeah.
I thought twice. Well, I know, but I was.
Yeah, you did mention silver and all that.
I did, but not in the way I intended. Anyway, you raised your hand. So that's your team.
All right.
I've just, everybody that sent me your availability, I've just copied and pasted into a place in my calendar. I haven't looked at it yet. Is there anybody on the Condors team that has not emailed me your availability yet?
This one right here.
Can you do that ASAP?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So other than 2 group members, I've got calendars of when they're available, both for presentations to classes and stuff on campus, and then if and when necessary, meetings with you guys as well.
Okay, that's good to know.
Cool.
Yeah.
Do you have a card or anything with you?
Yeah, I do. I have quite a few actually.
Yes.
With me,
Let's
so
give the team your cards as well. Uh-oh. That's Linda.
So I don't know if you guys want to come up and grab them, or I could walk around and try to figure out where the heck you guys are.
Oh yeah. Raise your hands again, people on the team.
Oh, that's cool. He's on a hockey stick.
Linda. Yes. Hey, where are you?
There you go.
Yeah, it's actually at the.
Yeah, the card you're holding, the hockey stick, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It's at the, like, where are you right now? What are you looking at?
Yeah, one of the things they did last year is they raffled off a hockey stick for people who bought tickets with cash specifically. So there's a lot of promotional stuff that we can do, whether it's maybe a signed hockey stick again, or pucks, or gear, whether it's hats or shirts. We got a lot of stuff that we could work with you guys on.
Jerseys?
Yeah, so whatever you guys have for ideas, just come up with them. I'm sure
You're talking to me or somebody else?
you guys have he's probably got a plan down for what he wants you guys to do for media and all that stuff. We have a lot of ideas about ways you can go about it. So be creative. And since you guys will be going to classes, make sure it's something that other students will be interested in too, not just you guys.
Drive south towards Camino Media. Like on your left.
Is this a normal thing?
I think he's trying to give him another speaker direction.
Yeah, I came in the wrong direction, but I still showed up on time. He told me to come in on campus, the campus way or drive, whatever. I thought he came in a different direction. I had to drive all the way out there, get a parking pass, come back. Kind of confusing.
Okay, so turn south, driving away from the exit.
So what are some other things you do in order to generate ticket sales?
How do you mean?
Well, right now you have them, they're going to try to sell tickets.
Right.
That's basically what it's going to come down to, right? Selling tickets. And
A lot of it's selling tickets, yeah. But we make, we have lists of people who've been to games before. We have, our events. We were at Bakersfield College preseason game the other day, out promoting the outdoor game. We'll be doing more stuff like that. We were here. We were at Bakersfield College. I think it was yesterday for their student involvement festival. We're kind of just going around as well as just calling people for the most part. And we do a lot of big group stuff. So we go to the local organizations, local businesses, and see if we can get them interested, get their clients interested in.
Yes.
That's how we go about ticket sales a lot of the time.
So it's a lot of personal connections. Do you use digital marketing efforts as well?
Yeah, one of our guys who does a lot of marketing has a blog. We have also, I think we have a Twitter. I think we're maybe doing a Snapchat. People are on iffy on that one. I think we're the only AHL team without a Snapchat at the moment, but I think they're a little concerned about it because Snapchat's a little iffy for obvious reasons. But yeah, we send a lot of emails out and try to make things noticeable as we can.
Yeah. Did you find the little place where you get the tickets?
Yeah, I'm glad I answered some questions while he's just doing that. If anybody has any.
Do you guys have any partnerships like we used to live in San Diego, and the credit union I worked for was partnered with the Bulls team, which is a hockey team out there. Do you guys have any partnerships like that? And the credit union would advertise for them a lot.
Yeah, we do. That's not my area, so I don't know what specifically, but we definitely do. Yeah.
And Brett, go ahead.
You said there was an outdoor game. Where are you playing that?
We're playing that actually at Bakersfield College football stadium.
When is it? Actually, I had to. That's our third person that's coming. I had to direct her where to park. When is it? That's
It's
cool.
January 7th.
That's
We're actually
awesome.
having a whole Winterfest activities going on.
Very
from
cool.
The 21st through the 7th. So we also think there's going to be a zip line coming down from the top of the stadium down to certain parts. We're going to be like snowman building. There's going to be a public skate on the rink out there too.
Zip line from the top of the
Of the-
Rabobank?
No, of the football stadium.
Oh, like for the outdoor,
Yeah,
the
there'll
whole
be a zip line
festival
there.
going around
Yeah.
all around the outdoor. Cool. I don't know if I don't know if Nick mentioned this while I was outside, but with respect to the advertising stuff, Nick and I are meeting with the
With the
director
boss,
of
the director of ticket sales.
ticket sales to talk about there's another department within the Condors that deals with advertising. So the first time we did this last fall, we basically just sold tickets, and we sold a lot of them at the end of the day. So I wanted to make this sort of a broader cooperation this time. So we need to talk to some other departments within the Condors to figure out exactly some of the answers to how the advertising stuff works. But Nick and I and his boss are meeting on Tuesday next week.
Yeah.
What time did we say it was? 11?
11.
If anybody's available, I haven't looked at anything yet, but if anybody's available at 11 next Tuesday, you're welcome to come to the meeting with Nick and his boss, and you can be part of that as well. Otherwise, I will update you all by the time I get to class on Tuesday. Go ahead.
Is your goal just to get people there or students there?
People, but I mean, students are a big part of the community, so it's all good either way.
The way this started last year is that, in general, demographically, the Condors don't have enough fans from this campus. They wanted to see more Cal State fans, more people that are generally this age group, but also specifically, I mean, this is a big university, and there weren't a lot of Cal State students going to the games compared to how many there should be. So that's why we started it. That being said, the money's green no matter who pays it.
Yeah.
So the Condors are always psyched to have more people come to the games. But it started here because if you think about how important the university is to the city, there just weren't. It's ridiculous how few people from Cal State were going to the Converse games. It was an easy sell to make because we should have like this kind of partnership going on all the time.
Yeah, so you're welcome to sell to other people. We're really focusing on the student demographic.
And a lot for the game last year, a lot of people like brought their friends, brought family. Like it doesn't really matter if you're a student. We're happy. We're happy to make it about like CSUB night, and CSUB gets announced. And last time we had like a burrito eating contest where a couple people from the CSUB group went down on that center ice and see who eats the burrito the fastest. There were probably 20 or 30% of the people in the stands there were friends and family members that the students brought along. It wasn't just people that went here. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I just didn't know, because I know that people came to our classroom to talk about it. I just didn't know if that's
I
the
came to your
same
classroom to talk about it.
thing, or if it's, if you're trying to just reach out to the community.
Yeah, well, it's reaching out to the community through the students themselves. You're going to go to the classrooms, and then hopefully the buzz that you generate from that will reach out beyond just those students.
Cool.
Other questions for Nick? Okay, you guys have to leave at 7:30, more or less?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Can I go next, Alyssa?
I'm going to give you the full 15 minutes because I got to go out and find Linda. She's like lost. So can I put you on like stage for 15 minutes? The combination of the two of you?
Yeah.
Nick, any more? You have any questions?
I'm good.
Everybody's got your card?
Yeah, everybody's got my
Okay,
card, right?
if anybody's available for that meeting next Tuesday, you're welcome to come. You might be able. Okay, cool. It's at Rabobank. I'll coordinate with you guys later. I asked like 60 students worth of people to tell me when their availability was, so I'm just like copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. And this weekend I was going to go through and match them all up. So I will contact the team about next Tuesday, and we'll go from there. Okay? Cool. Nick, thank you so much for being here.
Glad to help out.
You know what else would be really cool?
What?
We got to have Colonel Claude come to campus and like walk around.
That's something we can definitely do. We
Oh,
have
totally. Like, come to the.
you guys on some of the classroom meetings, definitely.
Is that the
Yeah,
mascot?
Yeah.
yeah. The man, it's great.
You have to do some homework, man.
I'm not from here. I commute an hour and a half to get here, so
Okay, Nick, I'm gonna run away from you and go
Yeah.
find Linda. Make sure she doesn't get lost.
Probably a good idea.
You guys,
You guys got to go on with this, right?
your intro is basically the same. If they need extra projects, you're good.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
Hey there.
how much for your headphones?
No, that's the price. No.
How much do they cost?
Oh, these. Oh, actually, only like how much they cost? Like
Yeah.
100.
For those of you in the other category, the reason that Professor Woods brought us here is because we do a lot of stuff with technology in the community. Tomas is specifically a student here working to start a student club, and that's more what he'll talk about. I'm with the KIT community, Current Innovation Technology Community, which is a local resource to help people learning about and creating technology. And we want to get more students with technology experience and more businesses in technology in Kern County broadly. I know a lot of you were in the other class as well, so it may be a lot of repetition, but maybe we could give more of the broader introduction, and then if you guys have any questions, we can answer them. And If we could get a raise of hands, how many people are in the other category? Can we get your names? Like, you're in the other category, what's your?
Richard.
Richard?
Yolanda.
What's your project name?
Mine? KIT Community, Kern Innovation Technology Community. It's a technology nonprofit, or working on nonprofit status. So we have 3 people in other?
There's
More than Okay. Maybe it would be interesting to hear like what you guys are interested in, like briefly a sentence or two. So you raise your hand, please. What is your interest? What do you like? What are your focus in business, or why are you in the other category?
Because I wasn't too sure about the other project. They
Okay.
didn't catch my eye.
Okay. What sort of things catch your eye?
You know what? Well, the ticket sales just caught my eye now. So
Okay.
I'm kind of leaning towards that.
You like sales?
In sports.
Sales and sports. Okay. Next person, Yolanda.
I wasn't really know for sure which one to pick yet, so
Uh-huh.
I know more like the product area, all of them before actually choosing.
Okay. And what stuff do you like?
I like the sales and the networking, see which one works for me.
Sales and networking. Okay. And who is it? Richard? Where were you?
I was right.
Right. Oh, you were Richard. You were Yolanda. There was one other person? What is your name?
Jonathan?
Jonathan?
Yeah.
And what do you like? What is your interest?
I kind of wanted to work on something with like software development.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a broad category. We haven't really heard what
Okay.
proposals from anybody.
Yeah.
for that.
And what sort of startup ideas do you like with software?
So I work with like automobile.
Okay.
I want to create a system for that. So something along the lines of like maybe app development.
Okay. App development. Okay.
You've heard of data mining?
Yeah.
Like that.
Okay. Cool. All right. With that in mind, you can run down what you want to say.
Yes, so I'm trying to start a student organization on campus called Idea Lab. The idea is to take some of the principles found within virtual enterprise or virtual business, which is normally found at the high school level, bring it up a little bit more, and essentially create a model of Silicon Valley here on campus. So the idea would be to get students to form projects kind of like what's happening in this class, based around a business idea which would benefit the campus, and have them work towards getting this business started up on campus. So the idea would be that over a semester there would be a series of workshops hosted by different professors or faculty on campus who would talk about the process of creating a business, of being able to do a lean business canvas, of being able to do the market research, of crafting a prototype, of getting all these steps in place. Near the end of a semester, we would want to do a Shark Tank, where all the different projects would pitch their own business idea. We would be having funding from outside sources, and essentially the idea would be that the top teams would win some funding, and would also have the backing of the student organization to go and have their business built on campus. So that way, much like Silicon Valley, there are limited resources, right? Essentially, we are pretending to be the investors, and we're having all of these different student projects competing for the same resources. So that way, it's an environment in which we want to encourage students to succeed, but we also don't want them to be afraid of failure. Unlike going out and starting a startup, you're not going to lose your entire savings, because it's a campus organization, a campus program. This is all kind of extracurricular work that you can still put on your resume anyways. So regardless, even if you don't win the Shark Tank, it's still good community engagement. You learn something and you're ready for whatever business idea you might have next, or if you want to pursue that outside of the club or try again in the next semester.
And sort of separately in the field of other, Tomas works in international video game development. So if that's an interest to you, something you can ask him afterwards.
Yes, I've worked as a design consultant, and the problem I've noticed the most is that when a lot of game developers and designers want to make a game, they focus on making the game. They focus on, well, I want to make this fun game that has lasers and rockets and sharks and whatnot, but they don't actually think about the business implications of creating a game. They don't think about user acquisition, user retention, engagement, or converting those users into paying users if we're talking about like free-to-play mobile games. So that's one aspect of video games which is overlooked.
Yeah.
So if any of you guys for a business idea
We only have
wanted
5 more
to,
minutes, so
okay, yeah,
we
experiment
only
with
have time
that.
for questions.
Yeah.
But
Anyways,
yeah, so if that is a field that Thomas knows extensive knowledge about, and has a lot of connections. So if that's something you're interested in, it's something to ask us. Because what Professor Woods will tell you is your next assignment is to get in contact with us for ideas. So with the current innovation and technology community, we're a local resource for people looking to learn about or create technology. So we want to increase the amount of technology startups that form in Bakersfield and also increase the amount of talent we have for those companies. So that is not just people that can make technology. It's also people that can sell technology, people that can manage people who make technology. There's all different aspects. It's a business, so you need a lot of other business talent that isn't just programmers. So, you have a question?
What technology systems do you offer to benefit a business?
So, as a nonprofit, our activities are more in mentorship. We want to eventually have grants for student research, and we have competitions. So, the resources that we provide for businesses are more consulting. So we, as an aspiring nonprofit, we don't really specifically sell or advocate for a specific technology. We can consult and we can make connections to the local tech community. One of our biggest sponsors is a local software company called Mershon Enterprises, and they make business apps. They work with companies to build technology for them in a custom capacity. So one of them is like a custom wine app for a marketing company. Another could be so you guys know what Casey Sherman is, the HR management organization. They're also building their website so that they can manage members better. So there's a lot of different aspects that technology can reach on. And what I usually advocate is that technology is not something separate. It's a part of everything else, because everything is using technology, and people who build technology have to understand that just as much as businesses have to try to understand technology better. So this is a small business development class. So you're working with more established businesses, correct? So there are some more established businesses here in the technology field. Like one would be a co-working space. We have the software company that I talked about. There's, as far as really new ideas, I know that Professor Woods wants to distinguish his entrepreneurship class from this one. So there's a lot of overlap, but as far as really new ideas, it'd be different. But if you had an idea for how technology may be able to impact, if you're working with a company right now, and you see technology as a way to help your company, what we can do and what we can help with is consulting on maybe what technology you might want to use or how to approach it, and also to connect you with people in the community that may be able to build it. Or if your pitch is to pitch to your company why you should use this technology, something like that. Does that answer your question? Finley? Yeah. Okay. So the technology community here in Bakersfield is new, it's younger, but if you want to look separately outside of just Bakersfield, I am also an alum of Stanford and UCLA, and I have an international network. So if there's something else completely that you want me to explore and look into, I can. But the other thing is we're having a technology competition this fall, and we need not just engineers to build, we need people from other disciplines that can write, that can market, that can think about business ideas and business plans, because the competition is graded not just on the technology built over a weekend, but the deliverables in the business side. So community impact report, stakeholder map, and how this business might function, and a pitch presentation. Those skills are all not usually found in many engineers, right? I don't know how many of you have friends in computer science.
But they have potential.
Yes, they have potential.
They're cute.
You do have some people like Tomas
and
that
they do good work.
Yeah.
They,
Right?
they,
They
are
need
not
some direction
naturally
sometimes.
like oriented towards user friendliness.
Right. And the competition will be on library technology. So how patrons use the library, so access, disability, technology, assistive technology, young childhood development stuff. There's a whole education aspect there, right? On the other side, you have library management. So if anyone has an interest in that, libraries somewhat, because they're, if they're nonprofits or they're run by the county, some of them have volunteer networks. So there's a lot of cross with nonprofit or public management there. So separately, Kid Community does mentor students for any other reason. We also offer volunteer opportunities tailored around what your career and academic goals are. Like one of our students is a computer science and business student, and he's working both to build a website for our competitions and on a technology perception study in Kern County. So if anyone has any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. I also have cards up here.
Any questions in particular for Alyssa?
Or for Tomas.
Yes, sorry.
He has to leave soon though.
Okay. I will make sure to hand out the cards.
Oh, no,
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to ask, could you hand out, do you have a card?
Just contact Alyssa.
Or you could write your...
Oh yeah, actually I can do that as well.
This was the same.
It's
This
yellow.
was, here, no, you go. Here you go.
Oh.
No, you're not going to get out that easily.
It'll be November.
Cool.
We're trying to have it the weekend before Thanksgiving. But if you send me an email, I could add you to the mailing list. We also have a Facebook, a Twitter, an Instagram. We have a wide social media presence because in technology, all of the different age groups are in different. We do have a Snapchat, but I'll say I don't use it because it requires a lot more attention as a social media avenue because everything disappears after 24 hours, essentially.
So I run PDL Enterprises. You can find the website at pdl.enterprises. It's a marketing consulting firm here in town. So I do business not only with companies here in town, but also in San Francisco, which is why I'm kind of in a rush. I have a 7:30 appointment with a group called Backer, which actually, if you guys are looking to like structure your projects, these guys have this really cool kind of in-between of like Kickstarter and Patreon that they're trying to do, where you can like put your project details and organize it. So, but yeah, if you're interested, that's my information. And
separately,
my website,
you guys are also managing teams, and there's a lot of technology tools that can help you manage team communication and tasks. And I'd be more than happy to share them with you or help you with setting them up or using them.
Awesome. Other questions? Okay, cool. Tomas, Alyssa, thank you guys so much for coming by. We will be in touch.
Yes, definitely.
And if you want to leave the rest, I can hand out some more cards. Otherwise, you can take with you. I will make sure that they go to good use.
Cool. I'll take some tests.
Okay, so that brings us to presentation number 3. Linda Grant, the one and only founder of Potty Boss. So, if you can go ahead and get up, just tell the story, show them the product. I've got the website, the one we made. I've got that ready to show them later, but I want you to just kind of tell them the story of how you came up with this. And thanks, guys. Thanks a lot.
I thought you were going to say a little bit more than that for me. But they've already on your face.
No, they know. Like, we started working on this project last spring. A bunch of my MBAs from out in Antelope Valley, and we got a long way towards putting together all of the infrastructure for the crowdfunding project that we're going to do for Linda. We just didn't have the demo products because they had to be like the molds had to be finished, and they had to actually like do 4 injection molds of these things in China, ship them over here. We didn't have the products in time to actually start reaching out to people. However, that is now not the case anymore. So we're really excited to move forward and actually just get these products in front of people. I think, Linda, if you can just tell the story of what motivated you to do this to begin with and how they work. I think anybody in here who has young children or has friends that have young children will immediately get what this is all about. So go right ahead.
Well, my name is Linda Grant, and as
Jeremy have probably told you a little bit about what we're going to do. I'm very excited. I didn't know I was going to talk. I thought I was just going to come in and sit and all of that. But it's
Would
not
you feel more comfortable if you get to sit
Oh
down?
no, that's okay.
You don't have to feel like you're on stage or anything. Just have a seat.
I'm
sure?
I'm always on
Okay.
stage. Just to tell you a little bit about me, I have 15 years of banking experience, 15 years as a group home owner here in Kern County. We
Really?
took care, yeah, we took care of the youth.
You know, we've got another group in here that's going to want to talk to you about that afterwards.
Oh, the group home. I did it for 15 years, but now I'm doing something else. A pastor for 12 years, and now I'm an inventor. I didn't know which way my life was going, from this point to that point, but I'm a multitasking person. So when the invention came about, it's because of my first grandbaby, your first grandbaby, and you guys are young right now, I don't think you have any grands, but when you get them, you'll see they're better than your own kids. And you can ask that one over there. She's jealous all the time of her grandbaby, of our grandbaby. But as a grandparent and, public bathroom, I have problems with germs and, it's just too much out there that I feel that they really don't tell us about, because if they did, they would scare us and we wouldn't even go out any place to eat or any of the public places. So the public bathroom was an issue with me. And so when we had a little girl, it was really an issue. And I don't know about you guys, you may have some kids or nieces, friends and that have little kids, little girls, but also for boys too. And so when you take them to the public bathroom, that's the first thing. Kids don't really understand. They like to get in the bathroom and play. They don't understand what we're trying to say. Don't touch this, don't touch that, don't sit on this. And when I go into bathrooms now, and I'm like an observer because I'm an inventor of something, I hear parents say, don't touch that. Stop it. But the kids don't know. It's just a fun thing to them, So I said to myself, the way the idea came about was that she wanted to go to the bathroom. And, she's my little girl. And so when we go to the bathroom, it was like you couldn't get the papers down fast enough, okay? Or if you did, sometime, if ladies, the papers would fall in before you actually could use them. And so she had to go. And so we're running and trying to find a clean stall. I'm looking for one that's clean. And she's, Grandma, I got to use the bathroom. And I'm like, oh, God, if I don't hurry up. So when we did find it, I was able to get her on it. Then she said, it's too big. She didn't want to sit on it because, normally you have to hold on to the sides. Can you guys relate to me on that? Raise your hand. Let me see. How many agree? All right. So it was like, okay, so now there's another problem. It's too big for her. And then when you flush it, the noise even scared him. And so I thought to myself, something needs to be done. So I went to at that time, because I'm a grandmother, okay, and I'm older than you guys, and it was Kmart, which is still here, Walmart, and some other stores. And I went to look for this product so I could not have that experience again with my grandbaby. And even when we did have to keep going, I used to hold her, I tell her to hold around my neck and sit on my arms, and that's the way we did it, because I couldn't find anything. And I said, somebody needs to make something. Never knew in my heart that I was going to invent something. So I invented, it's called the Go Potty, and I have a passion for it, because for kids, I think that parents, we're very protective of our kids in every way, warning signs. We don't want our kids to get in trouble. We try to protect them from this. So it's like now it's a wake-up call that even parents, when we take them to public bathroom, we need to protect them, because there are certain things that they can come in contact with from public toilet stools, and a lot of the germs, that's dirt, grime, fluids, stuff that's left on the seat. And even though you put the papers on there, if fluids are left on there, it's like you got to clean the whole bathroom before your child or grandchild or niece can sit. So I came up with the idea of Potty Boss. And so it's the beginning of, we believe it's going to be so awesome when we get through with this, because nobody has this product. I am the original inventor. Our utility patent is going through. We own the domain name. We own the trademark. So, we have did our due diligence. So Potty Boss means we're going to be the boss of the potties for the kids. So this is just the first of many that we're going to produce. We have some more on the drawing board, but this is just the first one that we're launching. And we're very excited because this can be used so many places, not just here in the United States. We will eventually open up Canada. But because this is new to me, a new journey in business, that I've got to get a handle on this. And once we launch it, we're very excited. We have all of our stuff in place. Basically, we have our manufacturer in Connecticut who has his factory in China. So that's where they're being made at this time. But I also want to get a factory here in the United States, because see, I'll fly there. I don't like to go out of the country. I'm not big on flying. So I believe that I'm going to have multi-factories because of the volume once we launch it. We have our marketing and PR company in Hollywood, and so they seen us at a celebrity show that we did a promotion, okay, just out there just showing. So they seen us, they liked us, now they want to come aboard. So we have all of our things in place. Our website is being made in Canada, and it's almost up, Jeremy. We should be launching it on the 12th of this month, okay, if you want,
as soon as it's ready, we can plug it into what we've got right now.
Yeah.
We've got a site specifically focused on the crowdfunding campaign that we developed last spring. When Linda's done talking, I'll show you guys that as kind of the climactic finale. But the official, like, Hollywood done website is almost ready, but not quite yet. So there's going to be a new exciting website launched very soon.
A soft launch we should be doing on the 12th, and I'll send you the link so you'll be able to go in there. But anyway, what we did is created, we call it the Diamond Go Potty. It's Potty Bosses Corporation, but it's the Diamond series because there's going to be other series coming. So what we're excited about is that for children, and this is just the first of many, because eventually we're going to make custom bags, you know, the Gucci bags and that all the ladies like to carry. So this is just the first bag that's coming out with it, but it's actually made, it's hidden in plain sight. So whenever you go places, you know, you're going wherever, amusement parks, restaurants, wherever you go, airport, nobody knows what you're carrying because it's hidden in plain sight. And that's what we like about it, is because nobody knows, and nobody came up with this design except me. And so this is the Diamond Potty Boss. And then for the fathers or the men, you don't even have to use a bag. You can just carry it like this. You know, when you're out someplace and you just want to carry it. Goes in the diaper bags, backpacks, purses. It fits, weighs about less than a pound. And it's simply just snap open, trifold, and you sit it on the toilet. So the child sits here, and they have the little handles, so they do not have to touch the toilet seat. Now, we made this out of plastic, and it's new. You can hear it squeaking. It's new, Brandon. This is ABS. This is polypropylene. And this underneath, all underneath, is silicone. And we have, Jeremy, the pinch-free factor. Nothing pinches the child. You can,
no, it doesn't, does it?
You can pull that.
Cool.
That's strong.
Cool.
Yeah, that's strong. So nothing except the child behind. This is a barrier between the toilet, and then after that you can just fold it up, goes back in the case, close it, snap it in the bag, or your backpack, or your purse, or whatever you're carrying it in. But it's hidden in plain sight. Nobody knows what it is. It's not on the market. We are the manufacturer. So if Walmart wants it, they have to come through us. Whoever wants it have to come through us, because we are the manufacturer of Potty Boss, and we have the rights and everything to
What's
it.
your manufacturing price?
Mm-hmm.
What does it cost to make
What to make it?
Yeah.
It's right now, because until we get the more volume, then the price will go down. But right now it's right at $7.75.
Your retail price you want to sell?
Well, since we're new to the market, we're going to put it out there for $39.99.
Yes.
What are your sales?
We haven't launched yet. We're just launching on the 12th. Yeah, the 12th we're going to do a soft launch. And that means the website will be up, and then the marketing, our marketing team will get a hold of it and get it on social media, do all the stuff that they're supposed to do for us. So we're brand new. Comes in 4 different colors at this particular time. We did orange and green, so it's either sex can use it. And then, you know, they can use any color these days, but we, you know, pink and blue is the standard for girls and boys. But we did it, these 4 colors that we were going to launch with.
I have a question. Do you have any advice as to like maintaining that bottom clean? Because you know that's actually sitting on the toilet, and if the toilet's dirty, then that's gonna get dirty on the bottom. I mean,
Actually, Linda, I don't think you mentioned the fact that the way that the seat folds up,
It
the
doesn't
surfaces
touch.
that touch this the child's skin don't actually.
Yeah. See, once the child sits, okay, this is A side and this is B side. You see those little stoppers here? I don't know if you guys can see the little stoppers here. So when you fold, now this is the bottom on the toilet. Once you fold it up and you fold this one up, see that stopper there? It doesn't touch. And then once you roll it up, it's in the case. Now, you can wash it, and then you can also take it out. Now this slides back and forward, but then you can also just
Bless you.
detach it. It can be detached. And so if this is, yeah, or for the parents, if they want to, they don't have to have it attached to the seat. You can just keep this as like a carrying case, and then when they get, all you do is just put one end in, and then you would just fold it down. But then if you just want it always loose, it would be loose. So it's detachable or attachable. It depends on what the parent want to do with it, or the caregiver, whoever has the child, that, you know, they're taking wherever. But those little stoppers that we have, you see the larger one here? Those are the ones that stop. And so, and then what you do is once the child uses it, you can just take it home and wash it, wipe it off. This is non-skid. Bacteria will not attach to this because of silicone. That's one of the best you can have out there. And we want it the best because our kids deserve the best. So it's detachable, attachable, and it's on case. Any questions?
Crystal.
Okay, so you had mentioned earlier when you were talking about like the reasons why you came up with this, and you said that like just the noise from flushing can bother or scare the kids. Does that mask the sound by?
No, it's not the. It's not the. It's just when you sit a child on that toilet and they hear the noise, they don't want to sit on the toilet. Period. Whether they had this or not, you know. Because I did some checking with parents and talked to them about the kids. What's their some of the biggest fear is that a child think they will fall in the toilet because it's so big, you know, and they're little. If you know, when you have little kids, their little butt is down in there,
okay.
And so
the
that's
mentality of it being loud and big.
And, yeah, it's big, and so Jim, you have that song on that, don't you?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, and then
Believe me, as soon as I heard that song, that was going to go front and center on our crowdfunding campaign.
So what this does is we want to get the children to start saying, "My potty boss, mommy, where's my potty boss?" You know, like when you know kids are smart. Did you bring my potty boss, mom? You know, grandparents are going to buy it. We know people are going to buy it. We have people right now say, when are you going to launch this thing? We're ready now. Well, I'm waiting for my shipment to come in from China, the first one. But it's something when they start putting personal, you know, my potty boss, and they know what it does. I have a little video that we took this to a friend, and the little girl, she was 3 years old, she opened it up, set it on, it was on the rug. She was on the rug, and she set it there, and she just went sat on it. It was like she knew what to do with it. So, you know, kids are smart. And I guess because it looked like a toilet seat, but it was one small enough for their little behinds. And that's what we're doing. It's a barrier, it's a protection. It protects them from what's out there. And it's something new, but you know, if you look at what's on the market, you won't see this. And one thing about it, it fits standards and elongated toilets, you know. That's why it's open for little boys, you know, that it's open for little boys use also. So it's, wherever you go, you can just travel with it. That's what it's called, Go Potty, or Travel Kids Potty. We own several, about 30 domain names that's dealing with kids going to potty. Okay. Any other questions?
I'm gonna, is that a question? No. Okay. I'm gonna just jump in here quick. So, the two students so far that I have like tentatively on the project are Jimmy here and Crystal.
Where's Crystal? Oh, okay. Wonderful.
Jimmy, was there everything clear to you? Do you have like specific questions?
Ask me anything.
Can we pass it around?
Oh yeah. Hold on a second. Let me just pop this back.
So,
go ahead, Crystal.
you have a marketing team, you have a PR team, you have
Pardon me?
everything already in place. I don't know what crowdfunding is, I'm sure I will learn in this class, but is that all we need to do for this project?
Well, you know, it's so much with this project. I may be bringing people on board with the corporation. So, can I say that?
Sure.
So, it's a new field for us. So we're going to.
You're the one that has to follow through on it eventually.
Oh yeah, I know that. So, I mean, with what we're looking for, the play. Who wants to? Okay, anybody else want to?
Crystal, if I could fill in the blanks in that a little bit. I'll pull up the website here in a second as sort of the finale to the presentation. I think I may have mentioned this a little bit in an initial class, but basically there's two kinds of crowdfunding that exist in the world right now. There's equity crowdfunding and non-equity crowdfunding. This is a non-equity crowdfunding campaign, and basically you're basically selling the product at an inflated price in a special edition, and the people get a potty, and it's a special edition of it that says like part of the founding team, and the whole point is to like get people to feel like they're a part of helping build the company. They're basically buying the product, but they're buying it like honestly. There's no reason why the product at scale couldn't cost like $19.99 or $25.99, but we might sell it in the like crowdfunding edition at $49.99, and the difference in price there between basically the difference in price between the $6 that it costs to produce it and the $49 that you actually get for somebody saying yes, I will donate $50 basically, but in exchange for that you get a potty. You're basically just paying extra for the seat, and the money, the difference between the $6 and the $50 is equity that they can use for the company. Does that make sense? And our job is just basically to get the word out to people with social media, with conversations with friends, with going to events and just showing the product at different events. Just getting the word out about the fact that Linda is looking for a team of people to help fund the company and push them to the website. Does that make sense? And everything else about the rollout of the company, Linda has a separate team for. We're specifically pushing people to raise money for the company through this particular campaign. And I'll show the website for it in a second. Yes?
I'm just curious to know, does it have a weight limit?
Does it have a weight limit?
Like,
we say maximum 60 pounds, but I've sat on it.
Okay. I was just wondering, can adults use it? What? The restroom is nasty.
Yeah, no, the restroom's nasty for adults too.
That's what I'm saying.
I know.
Adults use it?
You can, but I just need you to hold on because we got
Totally.
one for the women.
Oh, you sound for the
We got one for the women. I'm gonna do a crowdfunding for that one too.
Cool.
So as soon as we get this one going, we may want to start a crowdfunding for the women. Because I have a separate one for the women that's really compact to fit in your purse.
That's how I was at.
Yeah. I'm into portable stuff, easy stuff. Huh? Well, some of my friends who are police officers called me and they said they need one because, you know, they don't have a specific bathroom to use when they go places. So they said, when are you going to make it? I said, I'm making one for the women. They said, well, the women can use it, we can use it. So I said, you know, you'll never know because everything I make is hidden and portable, so nobody will know what you have.
And plus the rest is private, so.
Yeah, so you know, so men can use it, women can use it. So I got something for men and women. Okay, matter of fact, I bought a .com. It says party for women and men's too.
It's a long .com name.
Hey, but it lets them know
it
what
is
it's about.
It is intuitive though.
Yeah.
So I want to make sure to ask, like, I introduced Jimmy, I introduced Crystal.
Jimmy and Crystal. Okay.
The folks that are still in the other category right now, I just wanted to run down both for Linda as well as for the folks that just.
So what are the students in this class actually going to be doing?
What I just described, getting the word out.
So like, what does that entail?
Huh?
Go ahead.
It entails being at events, you know, like a meetup.com kind of thing, showing the product. It entails sending out messages on Facebook, LinkedIn, not necessarily to people that you know, but people that Linda knows, people that I know. Like, just somebody needs to be pushing the button to get the word out to people. So most of it is basically a guerrilla marketing campaign. Does that make sense? Yes. Yes, and first year and then back.
Sorry, are you going to be at the fair this year?
No, not this year.
I think you guys would sell a lot.
I totally agree.
My family would buy like 5 of them.
We have planned a lot of expos. The product will be in here the second week of October, and we had planned a lot of expos. One in Arizona, one in LA, one in San Diego, and then we start over again to Philadelphia, Chicago. All these Ultimate Women Expo and Children Expos.
It's okay.
That we want to be involved in. Now, if there's some local things here, we'll try to be in the local things also. It's mainly, the way I describe it, is just to get a lot of eyeballs on the product. And so it's word of mouth and people will know. And then my marketing team in LA is really efficient in what they're going to do. So can I share with him?
Well, yeah, go ahead.
He has celebrity contacts, so he's working on getting celebrities to endorse it, and then it's like we're trading off. He's just waiting for us to launch it. He's seen the product. He loved the product. Any talk show that I choose, I want to go on, he can get me on to get eyeballs on it. And, you know, when you go on a lot of talk shows, they got millions of people watching. So that's an inroad for us. We did a celebrity show a couple of years ago, a year or so ago, in Hollywood. And you guys know about the Little Women's of LA?
Yeah.
Okay, well, Christy, she's the little blonde, you're looking for Christy. And her and I have talked several times, and I had never thought of that market, Jeremy.
Mm-hmm.
Little people, you know, they call them little people, not midget anymore, they're little people. And I had never thought of that market, but when she seen me at the celebrity show, she said, do you know that we have the same problems that little kids have? And it never dawned on me, and so that's a whole different market that I had never thought of. And so she said, you know, you need to get involved with us because we got millions of little people, and they do a big thing coming up in July of every year. And so, like, if whoever's on my team, you know, we need help, we'll fly you out there with us, you go with us, we do what we need to do, because, you know, I need help. And so it's just so many markets out there, but little people is added now to the little kids. And statistically, in my stats that I pulled up, we would serve in the age range about 24 million kids. And that's in the United States. That's not Canada, that's not worldwide. I think just to launch in the United States, we would be doing good. Pardon me?
24 million of what?
Kids in the age range between 1 and like 4 children that can use this product. Even 5 years old can use it. Depends on the size of the child. Pardon me?
The potential market is 24 million.
Yeah. thank you, yeah, for that age range of children that could use it, so.
So, if I can jump in for a second, asking a little bit about what did the folks in this class do. Honestly, I think Linda can attest to this from last spring. Part of what we do is push you a little bit. And honestly, identifying as many places as possible where this should be shown, like, why not the fair? That's like, and I think not just it'd be great if somebody's available to be there at some of these events, because there's only so many people on Linda's team and so many people to be able to go here, here, and here. But in addition to being there, just saying, Linda, this event is going on in 2 weeks. You got to have somebody there. You don't know about it, and you got to have somebody there. You could sell 100 of these things if you just had somebody there to show it. And it's pushing her about events she might not think about. Yes?
So, you have people outside of this region. Who do you have in this region?
Inside this region?
Yeah, in Bakersfield, so outside of this class.
Just my family.
Okay. So there would be a lot of...
I haven't put a team together yet.
There would be a lot of work for whoever's in this region.
Yeah, but I'm a workaholic, 24/7.
No, but what I'm saying is there will be potential work for us to go out.
Basically, gut feeling. My gut feeling is if people in this room are available to go to various events and show this product, I think what'll sell it really well is like a Tupperware party. Basically, the equivalent of a Tupperware party for potties. With anybody who has kids, just hosting an event like that. The more of that we do, people just in this class want to get it for yourself because the potty's nasty. The product kind of sells itself once you get it in front of people, and I would love if people are able to be there. The reality is, not everybody has the availability in this class to be able to be there. Not everybody wants to be there. So, whether it's somebody from Linda's family or somebody from this class, I think the most important thing for this product is just having it in front of people at live events. Make sense? And there are more events than there are members of Linda's family. There are many events to go to. So if anybody in here is psyched to do that and available, that would help tremendously for this product. Otherwise, whether it's somebody from here or somebody from Linda's family, this product needs to be at every event possible, and Linda and her family need to know about events that they might not have thought of having it at. Yes?
My son is autistic, so they're having a giant run here at Cal State for the autism. And that's why I was asking you about noise, because sometimes they get highly stimulated with the sound of the noise terrifies them. That's why when you had said that, I thought, okay, that's a good target market.
Yeah.
But public restrooms in general just freak them out. But it would be good to set up something at that run, especially it's here at Cal State.
Another question?
Yeah, quick. Does it come with the warranty, and if so, what is the warranty on it? If in case of
if the return policy or if something's wrong, defected, we'll replace it.
What do you have a year replacement warranty, 2 years, so it doesn't matter a lifetime?
It's not a lifetime, but yeah, we're still putting all that together.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's going to go in the website. But most likely, it's really a well-built product. The only thing would probably track it if you ran a car over it, but it's well built. But no, anything that's defective that goes out, we will replace it.
You can even offer like say, for example, a year warranty, and then the option to extend the warranty for additional charge.
That's true.
Again, at the end of the day, Linda thought of this product. Linda found a plastic, an injection plastic molding company to make it. She's the inventor. We should be pushing her with these questions. Linda, you should have an extension on the warranty. You should be at this event. You should I would love to have people go to these events, but whether we do it or whether Linda's family does it, it needs to be done. And I the reason I wanted people on this project is anybody who can see the value of the product and just start connecting the dots and start pushing the rest of Linda's team to do this. I'm going to show briefly the website we came up with last spring, but before I do that, the other people in the other category, Faisal, are you here? Jonathan, Ertl? You thinking about, what do you think, man? Okay, cool. You have any questions in particular? Because you're not like set for a group in here yet, so.
Something I was thinking was if you maybe thought of like, it's almost completely different, but like, there's the normal seat that comes down, and then like at your house, you might have a cover. Or you thought about trying to market like a third seat that could come down that you could possibly sell to like large chains, or basically it would be like another seat that came down for, because they make like urinals for little kids that are shorter.
Yeah.
But the toilet seats are all the same size. So like, if you had something that could swing down.
The only thing, no, I hadn't thought of that. But the only thing that's also on the drawing board is we call it a docking station. And the docking station is this particular product is going to be able to fit on a docking station, lock in, where they can use that at home and then detach it for travel. So that's coming after we launch this, and you know we have prices of what that mold is going to cost. So we have a lot of things, but no, what you're saying now, actually no, and that's a good idea. So when it comes to the party, that's the reason we want to be the boss of this industry, parties for kids, because what's out in the market has been out there for years. I mean, 10 years or more, 20 years, the same stuff. Because I've been watching it a long time.
It's true.
So this is going to be something new.
John, does that answer your question? Yeah. Okay. And Yolanda? Fausto? You have any other questions about it? You're not in a group yet. No. You're good? Okay. Richard Gomez. Any other questions? You're not in a group yet. You good? Yeah. Okay. And Kevin Ratcliffe. You're not in a group yet. You got a couple questions already. Were your questions answered? Do you have any more, man?
Is there a project about vendors and merchandisers?
Is there
Business aspect?
a project about vendors and merchandisers?
Yeah, they use.
I don't think you guys have looked at who to use as a vendor or merchandiser yet, have you? No. So that's something open to do. Okay. Yeah. Huh? Okay. But another project he was talking about. Okay, so I want to show you guys the site that we came up within the spring. There's a really cool like jingle that they already have for the product too, and then we'll call it a day. No, I didn't. I forgot, but I'll pass it right now.
Especially if she hasn't thought about it.
Huh? Yeah, please. Yeah, go ahead. I appreciate it. I think it's gonna, honestly, all we got to do is get it in front of people that have young kids, and it's gonna go well. Huh?
I have signed up for in the other con. I signed up for shelves.
Okay. Okay, good. It's up. So, volume hopefully is working. And by the way, this is actually kind of a nice segue for next week. I think next week we're going to dive in on web development and start getting into the guts of the toolbox for this course. And this site that I'm about to show you, the music here was recorded by Contacts and Linda's in LA, but putting the music to the site, putting the site together that you see right here, is all stuff that the students did last spring. So this is the tool set that we'll be talking about next week.
That's cool.
Now, why? Oh, I know. Hang on. It's because I actually have the